Hey everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe before we get going with today's deep dive. Are you ready for some royal family Christmas drama? We're about to unpack a real doozy today.
Oh, no, I am.
This one's about a potential Christmas coup and some serious family tension brewing behind the palace walls. Our deep dive today is based on an article from the Daily Beast. It's titled, Prince William and Kate Plot Christmas Coup on King Charles. So buckle up. It sounds like this Christmas might be anything but traditional.
Yeah, it's fascinating how King Charles's health issues are adding another layer of complexity to everything. The article mentions his ongoing battle with cancer and how it's impacting this year's plans. It seems like the whole royal family is kind of in a wait-and-see mode, even Prince Andrew and Fergie.
Oh, wow. So even with a quieter Christmas expected, there's one tradition that's apparently still on the schedule, the Boxing Day pheasant and partridge shoot. You know that centuries-old tradition where the royals...
Well, they go hunting.
Right. It's a tradition that might seem a bit out of touch to some people, especially with William and Kate pushing for a more relatable Christmas. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like ditching the whole hunting thing and opting for something a little more, well,
Yes,
formal.
exactly. The article suggests they're aiming for a more middle-class kind of Christmas,
I loved it.
with things like Renee, chocolate, movies, just relaxing and enjoying the holidays like many of us do.
Right. The article even mentioned they might share some glimpses of their Christmas on social media. Can you imagine a royal family Christmas selfie?
Oh, that would be brilliant. A real PR coup.
I'd love to see that. But speaking of shaking things up, this is where it gets really interesting. Apparently, the royals usually exchange gifts on Christmas Eve. It's a tradition that goes all the way back to Queen Victoria. But guess what? William and Kate are thinking about breaking with this custom and moving gift-giving to Christmas Day, like most families in Britain do.
That's a pretty big deal. It makes you wonder why they've always done things differently.
I know.
Well, their Christmas Eve gift exchange is actually a German custom, one that Queen Elizabeth was particularly fond of. She preferred to keep Christmas Day more focused on religious observance. But times are changing, and it seems like William and Kate might be ready to usher in a new era.
It's almost like they're staging a rival Christmas at their Anmer Hall home, where things are likely to be much more relaxed and in line with Kate's family traditions.
Right. The article even calls it a covert rival Christmas party.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Doesn't it?
Way more exciting than my Christmas plan.
And this rivalry, if you can even call it that, could become much more prominent this year. The article says William is enthusiastic about embracing a less formal Christmas, potentially even skipping the big gathering at Sandringham altogether.
Oh, wow. So can you tell us a bit more about Sandringham? It seems to be at the heart of all this royal Christmas drama.
Well, Sandringham House is the Queen's private estate in Norfolk. It's been the traditional location for the royal family's Christmas celebrations for decades. They gather there for formal dinners, attend church services, and engage in all sorts of country pursuits.
It sounds pretty grand.
Oh, it is. But this year, things might be very different.
I can sense the tension building already. And speaking of tension, we can't forget about the potential family dynamics at play here. The article mentions William's reported dislike of Camilla and her son Tom's lifestyle, which might be another reason they'd want to skip the main event at Sandringham.
It's important to remember that these reports are based on insider sources, so we should take them with a grain of salt. But it definitely adds another layer of intrigue to this whole royal Christmas saga.
It sounds like we've got a potential shift in power, a clash of traditions, and maybe even a bit of family drama brewing beneath the surface. It's like a real-life Christmas movie, but with tiaras and corgis.
Exactly.
And that, my friends, is where we'll leave you hanging for now. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll dive even deeper into this royal Christmas mystery. But before you go, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. We're dying to hear what you think is going to happen.
All right, so we're back. And we left off with William and Kate potentially choosing to celebrate Christmas at Anmer Hall instead of with everyone else at Sandringham.
Yeah. Like, do we think they're going to do Christmas completely separate?
It really makes you wonder.
Or will they still, do some stuff at Sandringham?
That's the big question, right?
Yeah.
And the article doesn't really give us a clear answer. It says their plans for Anmer Hall are more overt this year. So that suggests they're definitely making a move towards a more private Christmas, with Kate's family and everything. But it doesn't necessarily mean a complete break from Sandringham.
It sounds like a tough situation, like trying to balance tradition with their own, their own way of doing things.
Totally.
Yeah.
They have to think about how everything looks to the public and to the rest of the royal family.
Exactly.
It's a delicate balance.
Well, and the article did say that William is really enthusiastic about this.
Oh, yeah.
So it sounds like it's something that's important to them.
Definitely. It seems like this desire for a less formal Christmas. It's genuine, you know? It's not just for show.
I wonder how Charles and Camilla feel about all of this.
Ooh, that's a good question.
You know, now that they're kind of the ones in charge of all the traditions.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
And one that the article unfortunately doesn't really address.
Well, and if William and Kate do decide to have a low-key Christmas at Anmer Hall,
Yeah.
do you think they'll still go to some of the events at Sandringham? Like, what about that big Christmas Day church service?
Right. Everyone always watches that. Well, the article mentions the walk to church. You know, that traditional one with the whole family. That's still happening, apparently. But it doesn't actually say if William and Kate will be there.
Ugh, that's so frustrating.
I know. They leave us hanging.
It's like they want us to keep guessing.
Yeah.
But it seems like whatever they decide to do, they're trying to find a way to keep some traditions going while also making things a little more modern.
Oh, for sure. It's a tough job, though, right?
Oh.
I mean, trying to modernize the monarchy.
Especially when you're in the public eye constantly.
Right.
Like every little thing you do is under a microscope.
It's not just about Christmas either, is it?
What do you mean?
I mean, this whole thing seems like part of a bigger trend.
Oh, interesting.
Like they're trying to make the monarchy, you know, more relatable, more accessible.
Yeah, like for younger people especially.
Exactly.
And using social media more and all that.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It's like they're redefining what it means to be royal in 21st century.
Totally. But, you know, even if it's appealing to younger people, I'm sure there are some people who aren't going to love these changes.
Yeah, like those who are really attached to all the traditions.
Exactly. The monarchy has always had its traditionalists.
Right.
And a less formal, more middle-class Christmas, well, that might not sit well with everyone.
I guess it's kind of a clash of values, you know, old versus new.
Yeah, you see that everywhere, though, right?
That's true.
Not just with the monarchy. It's like society as a whole is trying to figure out how to balance preserving the past with moving into the future.
Yeah, good point.
And it's not easy.
Especially for an institution that's so steeped in tradition, like the monarchy.
Exactly.
So as we head into part 3 of this deep dive,
Oh, yes.
let's think about the bigger picture here. What does this whole Christmas coup, if that's even the right word for it, what does it tell us about the future of the monarchy?
That's the question we'll be tackling in part 3.
Can't wait.
We're going to explore all the potential implications of this shift and what it could mean for the monarchy's relevance in a world that's changing so rapidly.
This is getting good.
It is.
Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment below with your thoughts. What do you think this Christmas will be like for the royals? We want to hear your predictions. Okay, so here we are, the final part of our Royal Christmas Deep Dive. We've talked about Charles's health, William and Kate's desire for a more modern Christmas, and all the potential family drama brewing at Sandringham. But now, let's zoom out a bit and think about the bigger picture.
Right. Like, what happens if William and Kate really do lead this Christmas coup?
Yeah, exactly. What are the long-term implications for the monarchy?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
I mean, we're talking about an institution that's like built on tradition. So how much can they actually change things up without losing what makes them, you know, the monarchy?
Yeah, it's a tough balancing act.
Totally.
I mean, they need to modernize, connect with younger generations, but at the same time, they have to respect all those values and expectations from people who are really attached to tradition.
So what do you think are the most important things that will determine if this whole modernization thing works?
Public perception is huge. Like, will people actually like this new, more relatable royal family?
Yeah, will they think it's cool?
Right, or will they miss all that pomp and circumstance?
Oh, yeah. Good point.
I mean, the monarchy needs public support to survive.
For sure.
So they'll be watching very carefully to see how people react to all these changes.
It's like a popularity contest in a way.
Totally.
But it's not just about keeping the public happy, is it? We also have to think about what's going on inside the royal family.
Absolutely.
Like all that tension between William and Camilla.
Yeah, how will that play out if William and Kate keep pushing for change? Will Charles support them? Or will there be pushback from other family members?
So much drama.
Right.
It's like a soap opera.
Totally.
But seriously, all of this makes you wonder, is the monarchy even relevant anymore in the 21st century? I mean...
That's a big question.
Yeah.
And this Christmas could be a turning point for them. Like it's a test. Can they adapt? Can they stay relevant? In a world where people are questioning, institutions and traditions.
So what do you think? Will William and Kate be able to pull this off? Modernize the monarchy without making everyone mad?
That's the big mystery.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, time will tell.
But one thing's for sure.
What's that?
This Christmas is going to be very interesting.
Absolutely. All eyes will be on the royals.
Well, this deep dive has been quite a journey. We've talked about royal traditions, power struggles, family drama.
It's been fascinating.
And now we want to hear from you. What do you think about all of this? Will William and Kate succeed? Will this be a turning point for the monarchy? Leave a comment below and tell us what you think. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. For more deep dives into the most fascinating topics out there, thanks for listening.